and the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another WWE Mattel Ultimate Edition unboxing and review. And today on the channel we get sick like a young Todd McFarlane in an El Paso Taco Bell. That's what we call a callback. Folks, this time in the line, kind of, we'll call it first time in the line. But of course, for all your counting needs and a whole lot more, hit up Ringside Collectibles. Use discount code Kyle. Save yourself 10%. Got to get a deal out there. And of course, going to do this review like we do all the other reviews on a channel. We're going to grab our famous top hat. We're going to stick that on. And then, of course, we're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. And this is Uncle Howdy. We'll call it first time in the line here. We do have an elite Uncle Howdy coming in the future. However, this is the former Bo Dallas. And Bo Dallas had basics and elites once upon a time. And of course, we'll do some comparison time at the end of this video as we usually do. But of course, we're going to dive into it. We're going to dive into the first time in the line officially. I'm calling it. Uncle Howdy. How about that? I guess first time in the Ultimate line, no doubt about it. So that works out there. But Uncle Howdy looking good here. Don't call him Captain Howdy. Call him Uncle Howdy. But looking good. Interesting one, of course, taking over the mantle of his brother Bray Wyatt. We know that whole story there with the Wyatt Six. And we've had some Wyatt Six members already here on the channel, Joe Gacy and, of course, Dexter Lumis, and we'll compare those later on, too. And we know there's a Walmart 3-pack coming in the future, so we'll stay tuned for that. But this one looking pretty cool, looking different. You guys know me. I love a good masked man, and I love the spooky season, the Halloween season, and this fits right in with that. So very cool packaging, of course. Usual, got different heads for Uncle Howdy. Going to be great when that elite comes if you want to mix and match and do some of that if you need to. A lot of accessories in here. Uncle Howdy looking good. Of course, on the side, looking a little creepy, no doubt about it. Uncle Howdy on the side there. And then on the back, we get the glamour shot. We get the glamour shot of the man and the glamour shot of the figure. Tail of the tape, got the blurb. Let's see what it says about one Uncle Howdy. Height 6'1" from Parts Unknown. And Todd, we know just where Parts Unknown is. We've talked about it on the channel numerous times. It's actually right down the street for me. You take the street way down there, you go to the cul-de-sac, and there's a little spot where the bike path shoots out through there. You hop on the bike path. You follow that down to the creek. You see the creek there? There's also the spot where you can go underneath the road. There's like a bridge underneath, or a tunnel underneath, more like it. You go through that dark tunnel. It's a little frightening, Todd. I recommend you wear some shoes for it, too. And then right when you get out of that tunnel, you hang a right, and there's a creek, and there's a little thing. There's some steps that go down into the creek, and there's a little ledge you walk on the side, and it goes kind of into like a reservoir. If you follow that, you're right into Parts Unknown. So I know exactly where he's from. Finisher, the dreaded Sister Abigail. Watch out for that. After the passing of his brother, Bo Dallas climbed inside of his own psyche and emerged as the savior of lost souls, Uncle Howdy. He surrounded himself with followers with broken pasts and named his faction the Wyatt Six, in tribute to the man whose dream and nightmares forged a future for those brave enough to follow. And we followed the buzzers all the way to the end, as we do know. But the Wyatt Six, we're not really sure what they're up to. I mean, they were on Raw for a while, then they went over to SmackDown, or was it the other way around? They were on SmackDown and went to Raw. Now, just recently, as of filming this, they were in AAA. Feuding with Psycho Clown now. Is that going to be something? It's just kind of like they're just hanging out, but there's no story. There's no nothing really going. There were some vignettes, of course, with Captain Howdy for a while. Those didn't really go anywhere. So, I don't know. A cool gimmick, a cool idea. They just got to give us some meat. And maybe a potato or two. You're right, Todd McFarlane from the couch. Todd McFarlane, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, that Todd McFarlane on the couch here today. Good to have him around. Where's Mark Summers? We haven't seen Mark Summers in a long time. He went on a long summer break. Wyatt Six on the side. We're here on the other side. And it's always want to call him the Wyatt Six. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, yes, like 6 from Blossom. That's what I want to do. Call him like 6 from Blossom. See you later. Goodbye. But it's the 6 as like, I'm getting sick. That kind of thing. But I kind of like the 6 better. And if they had 6 members, that'd be good. Or 5 and say Bray Wyatt's the 6th one. Choose your own adventure there. Looking good in the packaging, though. A lot to dive into. And, man, you know I'm here for a top hat. Can't wait to dive into that. You got all kinds of stuff. Coats, heads, arms, hands. Man, oh, man. And do we think Captain Howdy or Uncle Howdy, now I'm doing it to myself, do we think Uncle Howdy will ever win a title? Do we think he'll ever come home with an Intercontinental belt possibly along the way? What if he just picked up the European title and just started defending it out of the blue? It wouldn't make any sense to keep everybody guessing. Who knows? He could say he went back in time and defeated the British Bulldog for it once upon a time, maybe. He could do something like that. Maybe. Grasping at straws. Killing time? Yeah, I'm killing time. Trying to get all these twist ties out and not cut my finger off, you know. The usual here on the channel. And there it is. Oh, and there it is right there. See you later. Goodbye. Goodbye. And, you know, we're making the music for me, Todd. You know, you always say it yourself. I'm very akin to you as well. You know, it's just like to have fun. Just like to have fun here on the channel. I just got to amuse myself is all that matters at the end of the day. Got some splayed out hands, of course. Very interesting. It does say Bray. What's it say over here? It says Bray on both of the hands. So on the gloves, it does say Bray. So he's got those going on. Bare hand right there. So 2 extra hands with this one. We do get the iconic lantern. It's a glossy lantern this time. How about that? A little gloss action to it. Gotta get the most out of your molds, but with a fresh paint job right there. Kind of like you, Todd, when you get that spray tan before you go to El Paso. I know what you're up to. I know what you're up to. See you later. Goodbye off the screen. We do get the jacket. We do get the arms here, of course, plug and play ultimate style. So you get the gloved arms here. So you want him hanging out in the rocking chair, sitting there watching his men and Nikki Cross, of course, square off in the ring. You can have the full-on get-up, or you can have him in his wrestling gear. So a 2-in-1 figure. Have to imagine there's a lot of hardcores out there that love, of course, the Wyatt 6. They love Bray Wyatt. They're going to want multiples of these for their collection. And really a 2-in-1 figure, there's no doubt about it. And you can even make the case for a 3-in-1 figure, too. But looking good, you got those. And then you got the jacket here. No sleeves on the jacket. But it does look very, very nice here. What's it say? 2025 on the inside. So some new tooling with this one here. But a good jacket. Have to imagine we'll see that reused in the future as well. Getting over to Uncle Howdy here. But first, we got to get into the top hat. And everybody loves a good top hat. Todd McFarlane, how many top hats do you own? 7? Man, you got me beat. I only got 6. I'm going to need to change that tomorrow. You're not a real man if you don't own at least 6 top hats. 6, because that's where the man line goes. Wyatt 6 top hats. Of course, you got to have a London After Midnight top hat, but you don't see enough people wearing top hats around anymore. You see Uncle Howdy, of course. Yeah, Leonard Skinner, they occasionally do. The Van Zant brothers loved a good top hat. We know that. And of course, you're right. Tom Farron coming out. Slash, of course, Guns N' Roses loves a good top hat. But very few people this day and age can pull off the top hat. It's not an easy look. But Uncle Howdy makes it for his own. He makes it look real good. And I have to imagine we'll see this top hat with the future Elite version as well. But looks good in the black. You got kind of the bandana around there. And then you got some of the silver. Almost looks like quarters up there. Just like something out of Leonard Skinner's closet back in the 70s. So, of course, pre-airline crash, of course, as we know. But looking good in the top hat department. You got to have that with Uncle Howdy as well. And now we're going to dive into it. We're going to dive into the heads here. First one, we got that long hair going down, that grayish white hair. Very, very creepy. Got that creepy mask going on. Just a scary looking individual. There's no doubt about it. Give you nightmares for the Halloween season. Got that big bushy beard there looking very good. Got the blue eyes poking into your soul. And you got the gray eyebrows and the gray mustache too looking extra wild. Very, very cool though. I don't got any issues with that head sculpt. Very plain Jane. The second one, not terribly different. You got a little bit more face showing, or I should say mouth area showing. But besides that, not terribly different. A little bit more smiley maybe on that one, but not over dramatically different there. And then the last head, man, about the same thing. Are these the same heads? Pretty darn close. You got a little bit more mouth open on this one. So really would have liked to see something a little bit more out of at least one of these head sculpts here. Very, very similar. I don't really have a favorite, really. I might just go with the one right that came out of the package. Nothing too wild, too different. I almost feel like Mattel could have got away with just giving us 2 heads and we wouldn't have complained, I don't think. I think most time people get head twice. They're okay with it, I think. 3 times, man, that's a party, that's for sure. But interesting. I do like the looks of the head. I do like the looks of the hair there. Very, very cool. And it'll be interesting to see when we do get his Elite, if we get the same head or one of these heads or a totally different head. And as I said earlier, you could mix and match, put these heads over there. Eventually, he'll get a main event figure. You can move and swap some heads if that is your thing, of course. But diving into the rest of the body, a pretty cool custom potential body on this guy here. I do like the looks of the suit here. I don't know, suit? I don't know if I'd call it a suit jacket, or not a jacket, a suit shirt. I don't know what you classify this shirt as here. You got the studs that match the hat down the middle. I guess we'll call it a vest. I guess it's a vest. And you got the bare arms going on, looking very good. Totally bare on the left arm, but the right arm, you got the forearm. Almost looks like he's a falconer. He's got like one of those things where a falcon would just land on there. Now that would be something cool if he's out there in the runway ramp or whatever, and all of a sudden a falcon comes in or an eagle and lands right on there. Maybe WWE should try that eventually. We'll see. Once again, you got the glove over here. It does say Bray on the glove. Looking pretty good. Besides that, not a lot going on. And then you get down to the pants here. He's got some interesting kind of like flannel going on down here, but it is very dark, of course. Then all black in the boots. No design, no nothing on there. But a very, very good looking figure. I mean, to me, it does look like Uncle Howdy for sure. There's no doubt. I know who Uncle Howdy is, and I'm going to know who this is if I see it. And that's always a hallmark to a good figure, of course. Arms all the way around, butterfly shoulder, arms removable, bicep cut, double jointed, pinless elbows, playing the hits right there. Hands back and forth, side to side, removable. Head removable, a little bit back and forth, side to side, but you're limited by the hair down in the front, down in the back, so a little limited there. Dumbbell up top, traditional waist as well. Drop down hips, leg goes up for that big boot if you need it. Double jointed, pinless knees, playing the hits. Boot cut, ankles, back forth, side to side, up and down. Our usual Mattel Ultimate articulation there. And they got the toe articulation just for top hat wearer's own Todd McFarlane right there. And that hat fits on perfectly. Love how good that hat fits on there. Look at that. It's like one of the Van Zant brothers. You turn them upside down, their hat doesn't fall off either. Looking very cool, very demented. I could see somebody buying this, put in their like horror collection and stuff if they really wanted to. Should fit on a ringside stand. Use discount code Kyle. Save yourself 10%. There you go. Looking good. Look at that. Not bad. Uncle Howdy stealing the show here today. Looking very, very nice. But of course, we do got two of his brethren right here. We've got two so far. We got to wait for that 3-pack coming very soon. But looks pretty good. How about that? Having those guys together. Going to build off that shelf. I know a lot of people are going to be doing that soon. Of course. And of course, Bo Dallas had figures once upon a time. We try to believe, we know how that goes, but looking very cool here. A very plain Jane figure, a great one for customizers once upon a time, but cool to get Bo Dallas back again in the line. I also got basic Bo Dallas. I think he had more of a singlet on, so that was different enough for me to pick that one up once upon a time. But pretty cool there for old Bo Dallas. Not sure if we'll ever see this version of Bo Dallas ever again, but it looks like Captain Howdy through the years, maybe. We'll go with that. Or Uncle Howdy. Well, now I'm confusing myself, Todd McFarlane. I'm calling him Uncle Howdy, Captain Howdy, Howdy Doody. I'm mixing it up all the time. But Uncle Howdy looking very, very good there. And then, of course, Bray Wyatt. The last version we've got so far is the Ultimate Edition. I did buy 3 of these, 3-in-1 figure. And some people could do the same thing here with Mr. Howdy himself as well, Uncle Howdy. But very, very cool as we dive into more of the dark side of the WWE, not just for The Undertaker anymore. It's up for the Wyatt 6 going forward here, but not a bad figure. Definitely worth a pickup if you ask me. A lot of fun with this one. Have to think this will be one of the most popular Ultimates this year just because of all the new stuff we get, the creepy nature, of course, the Bray Wyatt tribute in that. First time in the line, there's a lot of stuff going for this, and at the end of the day, it's a beautiful figure, so definitely worth a pickup if this is your thing. But what say you? Is it your thing? Are you going to pick it up? Let me know in the comments down below. And of course, you made it this far. Don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Turn on the old notification bell as we got videos every single day. And then some. We got even more content for you, of course, over there on Patreon. Patreon, the best way to support this YouTube channel. Who'd have thought? You can also check out YouTube channel memberships. SirPaul64 on the X, _Kyle_Peterson on Threads, Instagram, TikTok, and The Kyle Peterson Show, of course, at gmail.com. Also, the name of my podcast, The Kyle Peterson Show, available where podcasts are found with videocast on YouTube. So for Uncle Howdy, the Wyatt 6, Bray Wyatt, and Bo Leave, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.
Well, are we gonna dance or are we gonna play?